Well, it's typical British summer weather at Silverstone for round 7 of the Porsche SuperCup Sunday morning. Pole position had been won by championship leader Jeroen Bleekemolen for the second time this season in the dry of Saturday's session. Lining up alongside Bleekemolen on the front row, Jan Seyfarth, who currently lies second in the championship. David Sallens was third fastest. Behind Seyfarth was Stefano Rosina, joining him on the second row of a streaming wet Silverstone grid. Chris Mamrau, who came to Britain third in the championship, failed to qualify well once more. His Porsche down in 11th. 23-year-old Cadets Racing driver complaining of a lack of top speed on the straights. Well, in the wet conditions, that might not have been too much of a handicap. Good start from Bleekemolen, with Jan Seyfarth getting away alongside him. Somebody already in the pit wall at the back. David Sallens got away slowly. Chris Mamrau going by him, and Damien Faulkner also putting a move on the Belgian driver in the first couple of corners, as everyone except race leader Jeroen Bleekemolen disappeared into a sea of water and a cloud of spray. Danny Watts going around the outside on the hanger straight into third place, as Seyfarth challenged for the lead into Stowe for the first time. Dropping down into the Vale, looking for an inside move, trying to go three wide. Watts finds the door closed, but Seyfarth shortcuts it, goes across and takes a very comfortable lead from Bleekemolen. That's sure to incur a penalty. Not the only one off track either, as you can see, in very wet conditions, aquaplaning a major drama. Well, Jeroen Bleekemolen under pressure then from Danny Watts, as Seyfarth leading. Chris Mamrau coming down the inside at Abbey, clatters into the series leader. And behind, more damage. Martin Ragginger made contact with David Sallens. He was hit by Daryl O'Young, and Pedro Petiz can't miss the back of him. So 4-car accident, and Bleekemolen still trying to find some traction on the soaking wet, freshly mown Silverstone grass. Well, a few moments later, Jan Seyfarth spins, and he gets collected by Damien Faulkner. Last year's championship runner-up. He is out, and the safety car is on track after just one completed lap. Here is the ridiculously out-of-control lunge from Jan Seyfarth. Chris Mamrau, rather. On board shows Martin Ragginger making contact, and then, he gets centre punched right in the front of the bonnet in the stack-up that follows. Ragginger hits Sallens first, got hit himself by Daryl O'Young. Pedro Petiz clattered into him, unsighted in the spray and left with nowhere to go. The car's right in the middle of the Abbey chicane. Well, into the pit road coming Jaap van Lagen. Well, he was the race leader behind the safety car, but he was too badly damaged. When they get the restart, perversely, it's the man who was tagged into that spin at Abbey, David Sallens, who led from Stefan Rosina. Sean Edwards in third, Danny Watts in fourth, James Sutton in fifth. 3 Brits chasing the lead battle. Rosina getting a run down through Maggots and into Beckett's. Has he got the line? He hasn't. Sallens holds him off onto the hanger straight. Rosina in the red and white car tries again as the Brits fan out to try and see where on earth they're going. Otherwise, you're going to be in the grounds of Stowe School before the crash stops if you miss the braking area here. Around the outside, the Slovakian driver puts a great move on David Sallens. Sean Edwards going through into second place. And Edwards having comfortably his best race of the season in the Conrad Motorsport car. Through bridge, putting on the pressure, and then onto the straight with 6 minutes left to run. Into Copse Corner, little contact with Rosina, but Edwards has the lead. Danny Watts coming up from behind. And as Edwards keeps himself 2 or 3 car lengths away, Danny Watts trailing Stefan Rosina through the Beckett's complex. And then at the end of the hanger straight with a great head of steam, the outside-inside move at Stowe takes the line, and second place. James Sutton just too far behind to be able to challenge for an all-British podium, but it's victory for Sean Edwards, his first in SuperCup. Danny Watts taking second at Silverstone. Stefan Rosina, the Slovakian, in third ahead of James Sutton. Sebastian Bleekemolen, championship leader, finished in fifth, with Britain's